Welcome to It's Just Different podcast, where we bring on people who have been where you're trying to go and or have helped countless athletes get there. I'm your host, Ashley Roberts, your favorite coach who don't coach teams. I just bring on people to help y'all navigate this journey. And today we got a celebration, y'all. No guests, no solo episodes. I'm just taking y'all down memory lane for the 100th episode. Yes. We have done 100 episodes. I have not missed a week. Every single week, we've dropped episodes. I've brought people in. And I just want to take y'all through memory lane, like some of the stuff that I've done, like what has happened with the podcast, like everything, y'all. Like I started this podcast. Many of y'all, some of y'all might not even know. I had an AAU organization. I built it up. I missed the AAU side of it, but I saw so many parents confused, so many parents getting taken advantage of, so many parents not knowing what questions to ask. And I wanted to be a solution to that. So I'm like, I got the resources. Like AAU was really kind of getting on my nerves at that time. Like, I'm like, yeah, I got to get out of this. But I was like, I want to start a podcast to bring information to the parents. Like, get the answers that they are looking for. I wanted to do that. And that's kind of like why I started the podcast. We started this thing out virtual in my room, just the computer, camera, and me, like talking. Went virtual for a little bit. From virtual, we've done high school tours, which y'all gonna see. Like we did the high school tour, we did college tour. I filmed at tournaments. We've tried like live podcasts. We've done panels. Like we've done it all, and we're gonna continue to do more. But I want to literally, like I said, take y'all down memory lane. I'm gonna be in the comments. Y'all, I want y'all to comment. Like, let's have a good time and enjoy the 100th episode. Y'all know I'm always doing celebrations, so we got 25% off of merch. So I want y'all to listen to this episode, but I also want y'all to go shop. Like, go support the brand. It's 25% off site wide. And you got to create your own bundle for $100. Create your own bundle, $100. It's just different apparel.com. Go shop the merch, engage in the video. We got to get this to 1,000 views in one day, and we need 2,500 subscribers. All right, so for memory lane, there's gonna be 15 clips. Like I just took 15 of the 100 to like show y'all like the process. So it's gonna be some from the virtual, the high. We picked one of the high school, the college tour, the panel. Literally just kind of showing y'all the journey, and then our last few clips are gonna be our most viewed podcast episodes from the channel. So again, engage in the comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go shop. I'm excited. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, for rocking with the podcast. I appreciate every like, every share, every subscriber, every commenter, every person that give me advice. Shout out to the 100 guests who have been on the podcast. Not only for what y'all done for the podcast, like being able to bless the podcast, but I'm glad I was able to bless y'all. Like some of these guests have gotten kids from the podcast, have gotten business from the podcast, have picked up clients from the podcast. Like I'm forever grateful for it. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this episode going down memory lane of some of the podcast clips. Let's take a look. First of all, shout out to Amber Gregg. Amber is currently at UTSA right now. She was the very first episode. And y'all, let me tell y'all, before I filmed Amber's episode, something happened with the camera. I was actually about to quit. Before I filmed it, I was like, I'm not doing this podcast. Like so much happened. And I was just like, I can't do it. Me and Amber, we rescheduled a few times. But shout out to Amber Gregg for being the very first episode. So y'all can see y'all definitely rock with y'all see these messages wherever they at somewhere, but y'all definitely was rocking with the episode. And we're gonna play it for you real quick.
We have a role to play. we play our role in getting them exposure, developing them as players, as people, as much as we can. But we can't undo 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years of who they are and what they know. Like, the only thing that we can do is feed the foundation of who they are and what they've been taught. And the more that you feed the foundation, the further that they stray away, they always have to come back to that. So if we can feed the foundation and inform them, like, we've done our part. We're developing them. We're getting them exposure. But at some point, you have to take up accountability because they're not our children. Like, they're
Mm-hmm.
they're your children. We can't make the decisions for them. We can educate. We can inform. But like, we give them things that they can never give us back: our time, our energy, our love, our effort. Like, and they don't have to give us anything back except playing hard, doing what you're supposed to do. Like, we're gonna give you everything else, intangible things that you can't give us back. Like, you don't ever have to give me anything back. Nothing. All you have to do is go play hard, be committed, hold yourself accountable, and then just be exposed to things that you may not have been. But like, I tell my kids that all the time. Like, there's nothing that you can ever give me back.
Yep.
Nothing. There's nothing you can do besides letting me see you be successful.
Be
That's what
successful.
I want.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I want. Whatever that looks like, whether it's a great mother, a great father, a great husband, a great wife, whatever it is, like, be the best at anything that you do. I don't care about basketball. Basketball is a small portion of your life. Like, you're gonna play it for 20 years and then you're gonna be done. And then you have
Done.
the rest of your life to live and be the best person that you can be. But if you do it right, basketball can set you up for a long time to be successful and give you a head start at life
Yeah, for
if you do it
sure.
right. You know?
100%. You said the buzzword of AAU basketball exposure.
Or
I hear that.
exposed.
Or I say that so many times you can either get the exposure or you can be exposed. I think that because exposure is a buzzword, like everybody hear exposure. You need the exposure. You're not getting enough exposure, whatever the case may be. Like, honestly, it's confusing parents, you know? Talk to us about that. Like, when should kids start getting the exposure? When should they start looking for coaches on the sideline? What does that look like? Are coaches looking at sixth and seventh graders?
No. No coach in America is gonna recruit a sixth grader and call Ashley and say, or call me and say, Amber, I want him right now. Like, they still have 6 years left to play. There's so much that can happen. So I think, like, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, like, you got to use that as development. Like, those are developmental years of taking the pressure off them kids and just letting them grow. Like, I think it can be too serious at that age, um, for the kids, but at the same time, there's a way to educate people to let them know the severity of when they do get on the stage. Like, as far as exposure, you can expose them when they're ready. Like, I don't think there's a right time that you got to do it or you got to do it right now. Like, if they're not ready, they're just not ready, and that's just what it is.
All right. Now, I want some engagement. Like, I need y'all to put stuff in the chat. What did y'all think about Amber's clip? Make sure y'all go. If y'all want to scroll on down the page, she's the very first episode, but put it in the chat what y'all thought about what Amber was talking about. Our next person is Ariel Atkins. She was the first. First of all, Ariel was the first WNBA player that I had on the podcast. Ariel went to Duncanville High School. This episode was like funny. Like, it was a lot of like reminiscing, a lot of talking about the old days. Ariel's doing a thing with Chicago Sky in the league right now. So let's check it out.
Hmm. So she comes in the locker room and we're all just like, man, what's she about to say? She throws a water bottle and we're all like, and we just knew we were in trouble. Like it wasn't, she didn't cuss. She threw a water bottle and was just like, I'm so frustrated. And I was like, we don't frustrated her. Oh
It's
my God.
over.
So she literally just said she's frustrated and it wasn't on some like y'all are doing this, y'all are that. She was like, y'all are not playing confident. You out there, you playing scared, and that's just not how we play. There's nothing I want to draw up. We are acting scared, and we are not scared. We are Pantherettes. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh no, we ain't playing scared. She done threw the water bottle. They done got our coach mad. Now she's saying we scared. I ain't scared. You scared? That was one of my like most favorite moments because it was a big moment for me, like as a leader, like growing up and stepping into that space and being like, all right, how can I give my teammates the confidence that we need to pull this game off? One, and two, like she knew when to say things and what to say. And
Mhm.
that coaching staff, I had the same coaching staff my entire 4 years. They all were just like they were just. It felt like they were always on the same page. And that
Mhm.
was a moment where I was just like, dang, like that lady really know how to coach, like for real.
Yeah. I love it. Shout out to Coach Self. I absolutely love Coach Self. If you
For
don't know,
sure.
Coach Self is one of the greats in Dallas, Texas. Was the coach at
Mhm.
Duncanville. And I have to say, when we were playing, nothing wrong with it now. Don't come
Mhm.
for me. Please don't come for me. But when we were playing, it wasn't no recruiting. Like these were all kids
Yeah.
that lived in Duncanville. We lived in
I
Duncanville.
mean, high school, the landscape of high school is just so different now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think you can call it like it's kids from everywhere going
Yeah,
everywhere.
they going everywhere. And listen,
Like it
again,
has
y'all
nothing
do
to
what
do.
y'all do, but people love to say like, "Oh, Duncanville been recruiting, Duncanville been doing this." Like now, granted, I didn't win state, so I did
Mhm.
not. They won after me, but it was all Duncanville kids, all kids
Yeah,
that
I
knew
mean, we all
people.
grew up together. Our
Yes,
parents literally live what 5, 10 minutes from
right
each
around the
other.
corner.
Yeah, like we definitely did. I just think nobody likes when people are winning,
No,
and that's fine.
no. So,
You ain't got to be
city of
like,
champs, city of champions, and
say it
it
again.
came from Duncanville kids. But
Duncanville, Texas,
Ariel,
baby.
yes, yes. But I we started with like what's different. What would you do different,
Mhm.
in college? I want to end like personally with you. What would be different with Ariel, in Ariel, whatever, in the next 3 to 5 years?
Oh, next 3 to 5 years. Hopefully I have a more solid foundation when it comes to like business and managing my business and my foundation. I'm in love with the process of building a nonprofit. It is so hard.
Mhm.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm loving every second of it. So I want to make sure that has really good footing and that people know about it and that it's something that people actually look forward to, the events that we put on.
Mhm.
Basketball wise, that's prime time, baby. I'm hoping to have another ring under my belt.
Yeah,
And
let's
I'm
do
hoping to
it.
be literally when the conversation of like two-way players come to mind, like I will be one of the best two-way players, if not the best two-way player in this league in 3 to 5 years. No question.
Ooh, I love to hear. We're gonna come back to this episode in 3 years. And this is what Ariel said, y'all. She gonna have that ring. She's definitely
Hold
gonna
me
be
to
one of
it.
the best two-way players. But you said something about your business. I don't want to end the episode without you talking about it. Like talk about the
Hmm.
nonprofit. What is it? I know you got some merch too. So talk about what all you got
Yeah,
going on.
man, the merch business is tough.
I told y'all, as y'all can see, Ariel's episode was a lot of reminiscing. We talked about our girl, Coach Self Morgan. Shout out to Coach Self. Shout out to them Duncanville Panther Reds. Now, on this next one, I think Eric might have been my first college coach. Eric DeRuz at Texas Tech. He dropped a lot of gems. This was probably one of my favorite episodes. And y'all gonna see in the clip, I think it was audio going wrong with this episode. It was a lot that happened between Eric's episode, but he dropped a lot of gems. I think he talked about like the one of the things that stood out to me was like the 7 things. I think it was 7 that he look at when he evaluate players. And I thought that was key. A lot of parents love that. But shout out to Eric, Texas Tech. He was the first college coach. Let's check it out.
Once you get to the college game, teaching happens, but it's advanced teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't teach you every element of the fundamentals of the game in the times that we're trying to win basketball games once Big 12 conference play comes. Like, those conversations turn into high basketball conversations quickly. And if you can't keep up, you're going to fall behind. And so, like, learning as a freshman and sophomore in high school about ball screen reads is essential to being a successful high basketball IQ player in college. The next is they have adequate size and athleticism relevant to their position. Again, go back to the size and athleticism. And the next two are non-basketball related, really, but matter to me, or is do they love the game of basketball? Because what I've learned in my time in college basketball, so this is starting my 10th year in college athletics as a coach, and if a player doesn't love the game in high school, they're not going to love it in
They're
college.
not gonna love it in
Because
college. Yep.
because you and I both know like the game changes, and the game changes because now it's all year and you're not playing all year. In high school, everybody loves it because in AAU ball, you play 7 games a weekend and y'all are hooping, and like there's no practices in between, there's no shoot arounds, like you just hooping, like and like that's what you love. Everyone loves playing the game, right? It's the love of the game that forces you in the training room, that has you lifting, that has you doing all the things to get you to November, that takes you through March, and it's the grind. And the grind is so much different at the college level. If you don't love the game, the hard's really hard. And the last one, are they a good fit at Texas Tech? And that one's academically, socially, all those things that encompass non-basketball relations. So like if you're not good in the classroom, I can't give it to you because now like I have to coach school and I don't love coaching school. Like and that's just my own take. And like same with like if you're getting trouble like in trouble a ton, outside of basketball and outside like and we have to worry about that, like you're probably not a great fit because now we have to worry about things that are non-basketball related. It takes the time away from us doing our real jobs. And so like those are the 7 things, right? That I evaluate every time. I really try to figure out if it's a kid that we need to be recruiting. At least that's how I do it. Not everybody does that. Everyone has a different evaluation process, but that gives me a grading thing that I can go back and I always can go back and update and reevaluate and whatever. But that gives me my baseline. And just the advanced piece of that is like I want to sign players that grade at a 5 or above.
That was
Ideally a
my
6
next
or a
question.
7.
That's what I was gonna
And
ask.
so if you're a 7, I want you today because I think you're going to end up being an all-conference player in the Big 12. If you're a 5 or above, I'm you're probably on a recruiting list, but I really want to sign 6s or 7s because like let's talk about a 6, like something that they're missing. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't overly athletic, and so they don't get that one. But they are an elite shooter and whatever like there's things that grading system tells me that I need to develop in a player. If like that first question is that do they have 2 elite basketball skills? If they only have 1, then they can get half a point, so like
Yeah.
6.5. And so like now it's to me is like what skill can I take that I need to turn into elite to make them a better player. So it helps me in my development process once they sign, of seeing which areas do I need to build. So we have some players on our roster right now, honestly, that are not high basketball IQ. They're good basketball players, but they need to learn the game at a higher level, and that's their only thing they're deficient on my report. So like in my head now is like, okay, so my job is to help them learn the game at a higher level, and so now I need to get them to become high basketball IQ player. And so that process helps me with developing or evaluating talent, but then once I sign them, it helps me develop them.
Love that. One of the things that you mentioned was loving basketball. I see
Yep.
now, obviously, I'm in Texas, Austin, Texas, and that's all you hear with kids. They want to go to Texas, to Texas Tech, to Baylor, like the schools that they see, but they don't really know the work that it takes. So
Correct.
walk us through like, what is it like at Tech preseason, in season, out of season? What does that look like?
Yeah. So it starts in the summer.
Congratulations on taking the first step, and that's watching this episode. But you need something more. You really need a community of parents that's going through the same thing, that can talk, laugh, share struggles, share wins. You need a community that's going to give you monthly resource drops on how to create a highlight tape, what to send to college coaches, and a community that's going to bring in guests, bring in college coaches, bring in experts to give you information. I got the community for you. The different community, and you need to be there. The different community, and you need to be on the inside. Click the link in this description, and I'll see you on the inside.
We went panel style. So Earn Not Giving was coming up, and I had an idea. Obviously, I'm trying to find different ways to give information to parents. So I came up with the idea of like, why not bring on the parents to give information to parents, and let's do it at the gym. Now, I didn't think everything through. Y'all, I come up with ideas and then I just kind of like do it, figure it out as I do it. So I didn't think everything through. So I hit up Earl. Shout out to Earl for letting me do it. We was in the gym. It was loud. The mics, you could barely hear us, but people was stopping in to listen to the panel. I had 2 sessions actually. So I had some of the top kids in the country, some of the top kids' parents giving information. I definitely enjoyed this panel, and I'm going to do more panels. Like that's gonna happen in the future. I don't know when, but I definitely want to do more panels. Shout out to the parents who participated in the first panel. Let's check out the clip.
But at 6, we said, okay, do you want to take it serious or do you want to play for fun? Because if you're going to take it serious, me and Dad going to be on you, because we went to school to play ball. And so she started crying and she was like, I want to be serious. I want to be serious. I want to take it serious. I want to get a scholarship. I want to go to the WNBA. She already knew what she wanted to do. So from then, we started training her. She woke us up, him up, at 4 o'clock in the morning, almost every day, because he worked, night shifts, to train. So he would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, take her to the gym, and train her on ball handling and shooting and everything. But I wanted to tell that quick little story real quick. But he's going to tell you most of the training. Like as she was younger, I did it up until a certain point, and then he took over as she got older.
Training for KP, it's kind of similar to Frankie, really. We're in the gym a lot, probably every day. And I don't always go hard or have her doing all these moves and things like that. Sometimes we're just in the gym, we're just shooting. But because rest is very important, injuries happen. So for us, the rest that we give her, she's playing basketball throughout the high school season. Once the high school season's over, we don't let her play, touch a ball, run, do anything for at least a month. Her body has to heal. So then once that month is over, we're back at it. So we start with conditioning, start running a little bit, get her wind up, and we're back training. We're probably training 2-3 hours a day, 4 or 5 times a week. Either ball handling, shooting, and everything like that. So, and then maybe after the summer is over with, for the month of August, I believe, August off, right? I think we give her maybe August off. I think the last few weeks of August, she gets that completely off to heal her body up from the summertime. Because it's a grueling, like, kids go through a lot. These professionals only play a certain amount of games, but these kids play all year long. That's why their bodies are breaking down. So rest is very important, right? So, but training-wise, we're in the gym every day. It takes consistency. It takes every day. It takes 3-4 times a week, repetition, to build habits, right? So once you build the habit, it has the right mentality and the mindset that she wants to do something. At that point, it's easy because they want to do it. You don't have to force them to do anything. So just continue to grind, consistently be in the gym 3-4 times a week, and then the results will come.
That's good. Parents, don't overdo it either because you want your child to be great, right?
As y'all can see, like the audio was not good, but content is content and I'm still going to put it out. And parents really, really liked the panel. We're going to get better with the panel though. All right, we done moved into the high school tour. So I came up with the idea to just like really get into the community, do a high school tour. I did Lincoln, La Vega, Lancaster, Byron Nelson, and Cedar Hill. And I did a podcast episode with the coaching staff, and then I like created content. Y'all need to go back and look at them, like the players, the personality. Like the tour was fun. Like I definitely enjoyed the tour. I'm bringing the tour back. Y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments what schools I should go to. because I'm definitely doing the tour again this year. But the school that I have is Lincoln. The one thing that I love that Lincoln talked about was basically how they guard. Like he talked about like guarding you off the bus. He talked about like if you can't guard, you can't play. And like I asked him what was it gonna take to get the state championship, and he said like they wanted to be better at finishing. Like that was the lesson. That was the thing that I took from the episode. Like finish. Like you got to start strong, but you got to finish stronger. Shout out to Lincoln. They won state this year. But check out the clip.
Family being legendary, understanding what the culture is, understanding what the standards are, understanding what, championships are the expectations. So.
Yeah. Now, I asked you about the motto, and we got united we stand, divided we fall. What does that exactly mean to you and to the program?
That means a ton to me. I use this analogy a lot. We always correlated to going into a fight, so to speak. And if you see a fight, no fighter fights with their hand, with one hand out. It takes a fist. If you're gonna swing, you got to have all five balled up, ready to get into action. And so I think that's correlates to family as well. In order for us to complete what we want to complete or get where we want to go, it's all for one for all.
Yeah, no, I love that. I got to watch y'all play a little bit this past weekend, actually, and enjoyed it.
Yeah,
really enjoyed
I appreciate it.
And got to just kind of see, okay, some of the kids on the team, and y'all have I would say a young roster. A young roster wanting to win state.
For sure.
Right? How do you manage expectations and roles within your team, especially having a young team?
Well, I think it starts with the coaching staff, and we want to permeate that through our seniors to allow our seniors to they understand our culture.
Yeah.
Seniors been here 4 years. Even a kid like Jada Patterson. Jada Patterson been here since she was 4 years old.
Right. Been in the program.
She's been here since she was 4 years old. So they know what the expectations are. Even when, Dallas and Braley and Jamaica, they come in, they understand.
Yeah.
So I think it starts with your senior leadership, your senior council, and it goes from that all the way through.
Yeah, no, that's good. And you got a roster full of recruitable kids.
For sure.
That can play at the next level. I know you've had, more than likely have had coaches probably come through or talk to you on the phone. What does preseason look like for y'all? What are y'all working on during the preseason?
Well, number one, we're working on building a strong defensive base. Because I think that's where it starts for us.
So you're a defensive-minded coach.
We have to be.
Okay.
We have to be. I mean, offense comes and goes. Defense never leaves. When you walk in, we want to guard you on the bus.
Yeah.
When we step off that bus, we want to pick you up. 94, sometimes 100.
Yeah.
So that's how we want to start our foundation. And I got to get our young girls to understand that if you can't guard, you can't play. And that's when they were showing you.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Because that's what you're doing.
Come on over.
That's what you're doing.
Come on to me.
What do you feel in order to get to the state championship game? What do you feel you guys really need to be focusing on this preseason and throughout the season?
I think finishing more than anything. I think last year we had a great season. We came up short because we didn't finish. And I think last year we learned a valuable lesson. You can start fast. You can halftime. You can be, happy about where you at in the game, but you got to finish the game as well.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna really focus on finishing.
Yeah.
And where we start, had the same energy towards the end.
That's good. Now talking about state, this year we got two divisions.
Yeah.
What's and this is for everybody. I'm just curious to know everybody's opinion. What is your thoughts on them doing two divisions this year?
I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
I'm a traditionalist. I mean, I believe in one champion. I believe in one champion, and we got to take it how they give it to us. And our goal is to be down there at the end. But I would love to get that back.
Yeah.
I would love to get that back.
We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary, which happened to be my birthday. So y'all, I'm extra. I always do something for my birthday. I release something. I do something, right? I've done where I've gotten a real estate property. I wrote my first book. I wrote the children's book. Like I do something. So the last thing that I did was start the podcast, release the podcast. And the 1 year anniversary was on my birthday. So I celebrated together. And I did it with a panel. But like this time I wanted the panel to have a variety. So I wanted a parent of a college athlete, a college coach, a high school senior, and then a college athlete. And shout out to the guests who joined. They killed it. The one thing that stood out to me was Kendall. Kendall talked about like not having any offers, right? Like sometimes we get in this where parents are like panicking, don't know what to do, one offers. And she talked about like how she didn't have any offers to multiple D1 offers simply by working on one thing. The panel was dope. Make sure y'all go check it out, but listen to the clip.
Nor is it even fair to them to set them up for the next level with us chasing them to go to class. Hey, do the next thing, because you guys all know what's happening for you after college. A job and bills.
Yeah.
So if you don't figure that out, then you in trouble.
I love all that advice. Miss Kendall, I talked to you earlier and you had no offers. And then you're going to San Diego State. What advice would you give to other athletes? There's some 25s right now who have no offers. What advice would you give to them?
I would say just understanding that your timeline is not going to be the same as everyone else. So you can go look on social media and you might see a girl blow up with 30 plus offers, but you have to understand that like that girl has put in the work and you know her name's got out earlier than your name might get out. And going on with putting on the work, like you guys have to get into the gym, you gotta stay disciplined, you gotta be consistent with it. And when you get onto the court, you just give it all you got, you know. Whatever you focus on, you'll be able to rely on your work and it will show. And the more you work, when you step onto the court, it's not like you're gonna try to please the coaches, it's just gonna come natural to you and like you'll be set technically.
Yeah, so that's good. Now, last AAU season, you're going into that with no offers. Like, was there any pressure? Was there any like, I have to perform, I have to play well every game? Like, what did that look like?
In the beginning there was, but as the season kind of went on, I kind of just settled down a little bit because I believed in myself. Like, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I'd be like, I don't know, but this year, especially being around like the right people, the right players, the right coaches who instilled like confidence and belief in me and, you know, put me on the court and put me in situations where I could excel. I think that was kind of eased me a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know, once I got the first offer, I kind of, you know, it made me excited. It kind of lit me up a little bit. But, you know, I kept a level head because I knew that, yes, one offer is great, but I wanted more. Like, I wasn't just going to settle for what I got, you know. So I kept a level head, kept staying in the gyms, kept showing out on the court, and ultimately, like, I just had blind faith that everything was going to come to light.
Curious, who was your first offer?
SFA and then UNC right after.
So I have a question about that because most people probably honestly would have went with that first offer. Like they would have felt like I have to just take this offer. You obviously said that you believed in yourself, but what was it about San Diego State that made you hold on?
So, I mean, making the decision was really difficult because. Like I had a top four, and the top four checked a lot of my boxes, right? Yeah. But ultimately, I chose San Diego State just because when I went there, like I got along with the players, I fit in with them. I saw them play. I can see myself fitting into the playing style. I had a great relationship with the coaches, but also, like, I'm a homebody, right? So like staying home would have been the easy choice for me, but I decided I needed to push myself outside of my comfort zone and ultimately put myself in a place where I would have to strive in an uncomfortable situation, and so that's why I chose San Diego.
Ooh, I like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm staying home. Like, I think I'm gonna stay home. Now, when did you get your first offer? When did you get your first offer?
So after the first live period, we went to Arkansas, which is a little small tournament. There wasn't many coaches there, but I mean, there was enough where I got two.
Now let's talk about it.
Okay, we taking it to the JUCO streets. I think Stephanie was the first JUCO coach that I got on a podcast. And we did that thing right in the gym, City Hill High School, 2 chairs, a camera, and a mic. 1 camera. And we got right to it. I enjoyed this episode. I love when college coaches can come on and be themselves, like show their personality. Don't be afraid to answer questions, not try to answer it like the correct way. Like we bust out a whole freestyle in the episode. Like I enjoyed Kilgore. If y'all, any parents listening to this, got athletes looking for opportunities, you need to check out Kilgore because my girl is killing it. This episode was funny. She talked about how they don't run from no smoke. They don't run from no smoke. I loved how she talked about like just the type of college athlete, the type of athletes these colleges are gonna get from Kilgore. Shout out to Stephanie. Keep doing a thing. Check out the clip.
Don't
Yeah.
run away from that smoke.
I could feel
And
that.
then secondly, the caliber of athletes that we have to get to win, to be competitive, has to be that Division I type of athlete, that Division I caliber athlete that just needs to have that little thing to make it click. So
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, obviously these kids are going JUCO to, I would think, to advance after that. What type of student athletes do college coaches typically get from Kilgore athletes?
you're gonna get one that's takes everything serious, right? And so that just loves to play basketball. I recruit people who, the very first question I ask them, do you love basketball? Do you like basketball? Right? Because
Ooh,
if
that's
you,
a difference.
there's a
That's a
huge
difference.
difference. If you like basketball, you're not gonna like me because I love basketball. I mean, we're doing individuals, we're working on your game, we're watching film, but then on top of that, I'm making sure that you're handling all your stuff outside of the floor, right? Like, are you going to class? We're doing class checks. I'm watching your grades. You know, I don't want your GPA going down because you need to have a certain type of GPA to even go Division I, so that people can give you your money back, right? And so make yourself marketable. We're into the social media thing, right? And so because if you market yourself properly, then you know somebody give you some NIL money, or somebody, hey, wear this T-shirt because you know you got a pretty face, or you know how to talk to people. I want to pay you to wear a T-shirt or do this commercial. And then, like I said, I run everything like a big family, and so hey, my kids are going to be around you, so you can't be talking crazy because I'm going to blame you on why is Prince and Jordan coming home learning how to trip out, Cameron Beck. Man, so
They teaching them how to do all the dance.
man, teaching them how to do the TikToks and all of that. And so, just making sure that you're a complete woman in everything. What do you want to do? You know, getting you in line with, oh, you want to be a lawyer, getting you in line with somebody who is in law at Kilgore. Go intern with them. So you realize, oh no, this is something I really want to do. Oh, I want to be an athletic trainer. Go sit with the athletic trainers, watch them a day. Or, you know, a police officer, go watch them in a day of what they do and realize if that's what you really want to do. We're really intentional. I am a really intentional person. Anybody who is connected to me is going to succeed. I truly believe that because I pour my whole life into whoever is connected into me. And so I just make sure that whoever comes to Kilgore is worth pouring that time into, because once I got that second chance, I just am a firm believer that God gave me this second chance to be a head coach for a reason. And so I got to help raise this next generation up, because when they get to that next spot, it's a business. It's a business here too. But then people don't, I'm not saying they don't care, but it's a business. They got to win games.
Right.
So they don't have
losing their
time.
job.
They're losing their job, so they don't have time to teach you how to do things. Hey man, you better why are you not going to class? All right, I'm going to get the next one. So that's why I feel like it's my job to come in. Hey, that coach is not going to hold your hand through the whole process. Now I got to teach you how to fish.
All right, y'all. I told y'all, like, I really be just trying to do different things, like trying to be different. It's just different. It got to be different. Went to the Prelude. Shout out to the Prelude. Shout out to Nicole for allowing me to set up a live podcast. Listen, what I thought was going to be was not it. First of all, shout out to the three coaches, Georgia Tech, Alabama, and Auburn. First of all, I had a whole episode. She was at Auburn at the time. They never got released, y'all, because we filmed the whole episode with no audio. Yes, no audio. We just talking. And the episode was good. Well, I still got to get my girl on the podcast, but no audio. During this episode, you got kids running through there crying. We right by the bathroom. Why I thought that was a good idea, I don't know. but we right by the bathroom. Freaking Lancaster was about to play. LaGina got them hyped. You hear all they whole chant. Like, but live podcasts, so I'm gonna do some of those this year. We gotta do a better strategy. But this episode was dope. Shout out to my girl over at Alabama. Listen to the clip. The one thing, before y'all listen to it though, the one thing that I like, because I kind of want to tell y'all some of the stuff that I like either learned or a lesson or whatever. But the one thing that I kind of took from like that I enjoyed from Alabama is like her just talking about like Twitter, the importance of Twitter, the importance of how coaches be on Twitter, how they find kids. And we even talked about like pulling offers. Like I know that's not a good thing or a fun thing for coaches, I would say. And nobody likes to do it, but it happens. And we talked about it. Check out the clip.
I think I'm gonna go with Twitter. I feel like I see the coaches
More on Twitter,
more
right?
on Twitter. And see, I'm not a Twitter person. I'm an Instagram
Yeah,
person.
because you're
but,
young.
but I do think that
It's Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Because when I'm talking to these coaches, if I'm talking about a player, the first thing they ask me is, what's their Twitter?
That's it. What's their handle? Let me
Yeah.
go follow them real quick because I'm telling you, it's the quickest thing. Somebody give you a name. That's first thing we doing. We're looking. Let me see. Let me see some accolades. Let me see
Yeah.
who they are. Let me see what's going on with them, who they play with, and it tells us everything we need to know
Yeah.
in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
So yes, it's really important. Now.
Yeah. I'm curious, what are you guys, what's the word I want to say? I guess you see a kid.
Yeah.
You see a Ashley Roberts, she look good on film. You go watch her, she look good. Like, what does the offer process look like? Are y'all more like one coach can see it and then we might offer, or does the head coach have to see it? What does the offer process
You
look
know,
like?
oh, shout out to Christy because she really trusts us.
Yeah.
And she allows us to make those decisions sometimes. But you got to be careful because if it don't match up, she be like, T, you're going to have to let her know, baby, it's not, you know, I like her. I
I'm
think she got a
sorry,
chance, but not right now. So we really have to do our due diligence in that and making sure that, okay, I've really peeled back all the layers on this kid. I really think that this kid can play. And then we'll get Christy on the phone with him. Sometimes she'll let us take the lead and make the offer, and sometimes she'll do it, but she doesn't trip one way or the other with that. And that speaks to who she is, and she trusts us a lot that way to make those decisions for her.
Have you ever had to pull an offer?
Yeah.
How was that conversation? Like, what was that process like?
Oh, it's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
And she doesn't either. And I think at the end of the day, it's best not to waste anybody's time.
Exactly.
You know, maybe what we thought we saw or something happened. Maybe we end up getting a commitment before that kid could, you know, come on campus or some of that nature. And we may have to have those tough conversations, but we try to have it in a way to keep the relationship where it needs to be, you know, because this isn't about doing kids dirty. It's really about them and making sure their confidence stays where it needs to be, and not trying to have any hard feelings that way. But I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not really a good feeling to do that, you know, to a kid. And we get that all the time. People drop us all the time, right?
Right.
Kids drop us. We're on the short end of the stick all the time with that sometimes, just as coaches.
Right.
Because kids make a decision. It's just a business. So, but to have to do that, it's just not a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say is the hardest part of your job?
Ooh, my job ain't hard. You know, because I think when you love what you do, it's not really hard. But I think the hardest part of my job is probably making sure these babies are just in the right mind frame they need to be all the time.
All right. You are about halfway through this episode. Hold on, let me get a little closer. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit the subscribe button. And while you at it, hit the like button. I know I'm asking for a lot. Go ahead and share this with 2 other parents that need to hear this information. Because I'm here to help y'all, and I need y'all to help me so that I can get this information out to more people. Now back to the episode.
Now, when I tell y'all, I really be trying to be different. I can't be different if I'm not bringing special people on the pod. And who better special than bring on than Special K? Number 1 2027. Like, she got it. One of my favorite players. Love watching this kid play. She pulled up to the pod. And I appreciate her. I appreciate her dad. Like, who's Who's getting the number one player on a podcast? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Besides the overtimes and yeah, all of them. It's just different pod. Had Special K on the pod. And she gave a lot of information. Not just her, but her coach, right? Like gave a lot of information for parents. Like the episode was dope. Y'all definitely need to go watch it. Shout out to you, Special K. Keep doing your thing. Keep killing. Keep showing these athletes what it's like to be different. Check out the clip.
The respect that we got and earned from Texas is just we'll be back every year. And I told the director that we'll come back every year because of just that. I think in terms of just the talent level here it's a similar talent to California. I think we're more finesse, obviously. It's a lot more aggression here, a lot more physicality here. But I think the talent level here is great too. Hence the scouts here. You know, they have to be here. This is a place that they had to be because it's comparable in terms of talent, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now going into the matchup that everybody is going to see, you and Aaliyah. What did the preparation look like for that game in particular?
I would say just really lock in.
Yeah.
I do lock in during the game, so I feel like this one was kind of personal. I feel like because there was a lot of talking. I feel like from other people, fans, just other different parties. So just really going out there and using God as a main focus, but also proving myself in His name.
Yeah. Now I gotta ask. I feel like everybody want to know. You said personal. So at the you already know where I'm going with this.
I know.
At the end of the summer, a clip rolled out. I think it was Mamba. I think it was from the Mamba. Aaliyah called out somebody from Cali. And it's been talked that it was about you or it was about Jersey. Can we settle this? Who was it about?
I
had to ask.
I still don't know to this day, but I've in what I feel she had just played Jersey at Slam, so I was thinking that it was me. And at that time, I was with Adidas, so I couldn't play in that event. But I was supposed to go prior to the Adidas stuff, so I wasn't running. It was business. And yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're going with. I like it.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's why we flew out here.
Yeah, to make it happen.
That's why we flew out here, just to clear that air.
Now, speaking of that, y'all came out here. We got the matchup. I watched the game, and I've watched y'all play a lot. Y'all press a lot.
Oh yeah.
Y'all didn't do that the first half. Was that purposely?
Yes. I think one of the reasons why I didn't want to press is because we wanted to give the fans what they wanted to see. Obviously, we have a really good team, and we thrive off pressuring the ball, and we thrive off the defensive end. But I didn't want to make it about me or winning. I wanted to make it more about Kalina. Hence that comment. You know, that was we don't know what it was about, but one thing I appreciated was when we requested the game, the coach, Aaliyah Chavez's coach, accepted it quick. So it made me feel like they wanted that matchup too.
Yeah.
And I vowed to myself not to make it about me or anybody else, but just those two players, and we could settle the score there. I think the fans got what they wanted. I think I did it the right way. And then I implemented the press in the third quarter to get our other team players involved because that's what they thrive off of. And then we went back in the fourth quarter with pressless defense so that these two young ladies can give the fans what they want to see. Ultimately, it's about the fans.
All right, y'all. So another idea came, and it was like, you know what? I want to do a college tour. I talk to these college coaches all the time. Like, parents need to see what the college campus look like, what the facilities look like, how the coaches interact with the players, how the coaches interact with each other. So same thing I did like with the high school tour, I did the college tour. But it was much more expensive, much more time. And yeah, it was a lot. It was good though. I enjoyed it. Like who did I do? I did Colin. So the idea was really at first to try to do like JUCO, like different levels. But then I was like, okay, I need to kind of do proximity. Like, yeah, I had some college coaches like, oh, you didn't come to our school. Yeah, I promise you, it was like really like it was like a puzzle. And It was kind of last minute, but we made it happen. I did Baylor, Collin, SFA, Texas State, and who am I missing? Texas State. Oh, and A&M. And I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good time, but I'm doing the college tour again. And I need some sponsors, okay? Like I need y'all to sponsor the college tour this time. I really need y'all to sponsor the high school tour and the college tour. So if it's anybody that's listening that's interested, getting your brand in front of the eyes of all these people, definitely hit me up. But I enjoyed the college tour. Texas State is the one that's in this video. It was a good time. Like y'all need to go back and kind of look at the college tour, look at the content from the players, look at the podcast. I definitely enjoyed every single tour. Love what Coach Z and staff had to say about recruitment, had to say about culture, had to say about what they look for in kids. Let's take a listen.
And then I think the last question, if I was a parent, I would ask is, what are you going to do in 4 years to make sure my kid gets a degree and is a better woman when they leave here?
I love it. I love it. Now, you said something earlier. Do they fit Coach Z style of play? Coach Z, what is that? What is your coaching style? Sorry.
No, so I always tell people it's always best to ask players and alumni what my coaching style is. I would tell you that I feel like I'm firm but fair, and every recruit and player here says I'm fair but not equal. So, right, so let's just take the academic piece. It's the easiest piece of it. I'm here getting A's and B's, not missing class, doing all the right things. I want to go down to San Antonio and watch my cousin play in something we have a team event that's not around practice. Go ahead. I understand that family is important to us, but I've been missing class. I got a couple D's. No, you're not going. Like you're gonna go to class. You're gonna get additional study hall, right? So to me, that's fair, but it's not equal.
Right.
And I think that's difficult for some young people because if you equate that to basketball, right, they see it at times as maybe necessarily being unfair. Well, she turned it over this many times. I only turned it this many times, and I got taken out. And them just trying to learn, like, what does that really look like, I think makes it difficult. But that's really how I approach everything in life, right? Fair but not equal. A lot of things in life are not equal. But at some level, if you do the right thing, it's fair. And that's really the way we approach it here. I'll tell you that I approach every single day with love, period. And so we always have to start with love, especially with this current Gen Z cohort that we have, because they need to know that you love them before you can go really hard at them. You cannot go really hard at them. And I learned my lesson on that early, honestly. I think right around 2016 was when I learned that, man, you can't go that hard without them really deeply knowing you care and love them. So we start from the recruiting process right away. We recruit families and we let our student athletes know that we love them first. And it is a question that's asked at your end of the year, and it's a question that's asked throughout the year. Anytime I meet, I always ask, do you know that I love and care about you? Because I need to see her eyes and I need her to tell me, yes, I know you have my best interest. Because then from there, right, that is our standard. That is where we're rooted in love. From there now, those hard times, at the end of the day, she knows I love her. Very similar to her parents or aunties or uncles, grandparents. It's the same way. You may not agree with me, but I will tell you from a coaching perspective, that's really my philosophy. But as far as what does it mean to play for me, I think it's always best just to ask the players. They'll probably tell you I'm really sarcastic.
I will tell you, they did some impersonations of you. They were good.
They were really good, yeah.
They were good. Now, I know Paige kind of just answered this, but from your perspective, and I'm talking just in general, not even just Texas State, but what questions should parents and athletes should be asking coaches that's recruiting them?
So from an academic standpoint, truly, if academics is important to you, right? Because some parents are going to, and I just know this just being married to a coach as well as coaching. For some parents, getting the degree is important to them, but it's about getting the degree, the grind of getting the degree, right? And what that's going to teach your young person. So that, to me, that's one parent. The other parent is about hoop, right? And just going to play at another level. Then there's a parent that, no, I need her to get this particular degree because this is the plan, right? Marking to go on into whatever field it is, engineering, teaching. I think those are three different thought processes when it comes to academics.
Now, this episode I think this is like top three most viewed episodes. And why not? It's Joey Simmons. Like, if you are in basketball, you know Joey. Joey has been in this game for a long time. So y'all know the information that he gave was there. It was there. Like I really love this. I just felt like I was just a student. Like, listen, and this is somebody when I had my program, like that I would talk to. He would mentor me. He would tell me different things, like of how to grow, of how to do different things, how to be different, how to be different. And this episode was good. Like he gave a lot of good advice. He had a bunch of clips that go viral. A bunch actually. Like this episode was really good. I love the advice he gave. Really talking about like level, fit. And one thing that also stood out to me was like when he really like talked about how kids that went D2, went D3, enjoyed their college experience more than some of the kids that he had that went D1. But take a listen to what he had to say.
But you know what? They knew how to work the circuit. They knew how to work the back door.
Yeah.
So, it is possible, know. I mean, it's definitely possible.
Joey, what advice? There are some parents that they're trying to do what's right. They're trying to take in the information. They listening to It's Just Different podcasts. What advice would you give to these parents as they help their athletes journey, as they help navigate their athletes basketball journey?
Well, first of all, the players got to want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing. And I'll tell a parent the same thing I'll tell a player. Look, if you're not, forget about your high school practice. That don't count.
Yeah.
But if you're not working minimum 5 days a week, well, then you don't love it enough. That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, parents have to understand these kids have got to want to be in the gym all the time. I mean, I got a 4th grade granddaughter. I can't keep her out of the gym. She wants to go every single day, which is great. I mean, I'll keep taking her,
Yeah.
But I don't want her to get burned out either.
I was just gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Like, how do parents manage that? Like making sure their athletes in the gym, but also avoiding that burnout.
Yeah, well, let me tell you that the world, the basketball world's a lot different today
Yeah.
than it was even back when you played.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of really good trainers out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good trainers, and you got to get with good. If you want to get to the next level, you got to get in the gym with these good trainers.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to. Whether they're my trainers or somebody else's trainers, you got to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. So, and if you don't, then you're going to get so far behind, you're probably not going to play at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm always open to talk to parents.
Yeah.
I always answer my phone. If I don't answer my phone, it's because I'm on my phone. But I'll answer the phone to any parent. I don't care who they play for.
Yeah.
And give you an example of years ago at the Heart of Texas, before I sold out, I decided that I was going to have a meeting every about 3 hours
Mm-hmm.
across the street from the field house at the hotel. I got a meeting room over there, and I was basically going to have classes every 2 or 3 hours to talk to parents about recruiting and what it was all about. Okay, gave all the parents a little card when they came in the door so that they knew we were having classes over there. All right, so I show up for the first class and nobody shows up.
What?
Show up for the second class and nobody shows up. Go to the final class that day, nobody shows up. I mean, so you parents have to understand that the kids have to put the work in and the parents have to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you are a NAI Division II, JUCO Division III player, these colleges don't have the money.
Yeah.
They don't have the money to go out and watch you. They don't have it. So basically, you got to work on getting a hold of those colleges yourself. So I always tell parents, and here, I'm going to give all the parents a free 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do. You need to sit down with your daughter, and y'all need to be realistic.
Now, my girl is coming up. First of all, shout out to Kavina. Like, this was also, I think this is also top three episodes of most viewed on the channel. Like, this is like my friend, y'all. Like, when I was sick, I was down and out, y'all. Kavina texts me every single day, just checking in on you, checking in on you. How you feeling? How can I help? What do you need? Every day she texts me like heart of gold. Everybody needs a Kavina in their life. Like, I'm so grateful to have Kavina in minds because the things that she does for me, the more support, any support, like it does not go unnoticed. I was so grateful to have her on the podcast. She killed it. She also had a bunch of viral clips from the podcast. We talked about a lot. Like, I love when we talked about the cost of AAU, teams traveling, like if they should be traveling across the country so young. Like, we got into a lot of different things. But shout out to you, Kavina. Keep doing your thing. Again, I'm very grateful that you spent time on the podcast. Let's listen to the clip.
I want to break this down from, we'll just go 2 levels, 8th grade and below.
Okay.
And then high school. And I'm talking travel.
Okay, you're talking travel. So I'm not a big fan of 8th graders, 7th graders, all these young kids traveling all over the world. Win
Why?
locally. Win locally.
What if you're the best locally?
Well, then we'll go to Oklahoma's
Yeah.
but to go to Vegas and Orlando, I personally, these are not the views of any program. These are my views.
Yeah.
I think it's a waste of money.
Yeah. See, I get that. And when parents ask me that question, I go 2 ways. If you're going to Run for the Roses, I don't know why I always use Run for the Roses.
Me
but
either.
I always just use Run for the Roses. If you're going to Run for the Roses and you're thinking college coaches are going to sit at your game, you're going for the wrong reason.
Correct.
A part of me do feel like, let's say there's a top 8th grade team. Let's say Texas Elite has the top 8th grade team and they killing it.
It's coming.
Right? So I feel it. I don't think there's nothing particularly wrong with going to a Run for the Roses for the experience and kind of seeing what it looks like. So I feel like now if you 8th grade and your schedule is packed with Nike Nationals, Run for the Roses, and whatever, then you're complaining about it, that's on you.
I agree. But back to 8th grade and below, if you're an 8th grade travel team,
yeah,
I think it should be 8th grade and above.
Okay. Yeah,
and then
I agree.
7th grade and below.
I do agree with that.
But if you're traveling, I think the max is $3,000.
Yeah.
But that has to include gym fees, coaches' fees, tournament fees, uniforms. It shouldn't be in addition to.
Yeah.
Oh, you still got to buy a uniform or some shoes or whatever that situation may be. I can't invest that type of money and it pays for what?
I've seen people invest that type of money on certain teams and don't travel.
Yeah, I think that's bananas.
It's crazy.
Now, granted, tournaments are expensive, especially NCAA tournaments.
Yeah.
But it has to be reciprocal. The parent has to be able to see some fruit of their labor.
Right. And the thing that I do want parents to understand, because I've been on it from a director's side of it, certain things are not even included in that cost that is paid for. Like, people want, and some people do include it, like people want social media management. They want their kid posted on social media. They want the highlights. They want the videographers and photographers taking these pictures, and that stuff costs.
It does.
So when you look at a cost of a program, that should be included in there. It's a cost.
All right. So I was in Austin and I needed to film an episode. Like, I filmed in Dallas. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do a solo episode. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was nervous. Like, I was nervous. I don't know why, because I love talking. But I was just like, I don't know if I could just sit and like look at a camera and just talk. And that's what really made me do it. So I literally had to go get my camera, call AP, shout out to AP. Cause I was like, I don't even know what to do. I set up a camera in a room, turned it on, and got my mic. The audio was not great. I think somebody even commented on the video was like, you smacking way too much. Like the audio wasn't great, but it was actually the most viewed, well, besides Special K. It was the most viewed episode on my podcast. Crazy. A solo episode that I didn't even really want to do. I just did it because I couldn't get to Dallas and I was going to be consistent. I needed to get an episode out. So I took my camera, hit record, and first of all, it took me like 2 hours to set up. It was literally just one camera and my mic. But I left something. I had to go to Best Buy. It was a lot. Like, I'm just like, Lord, this is why I just like to just come sit down and talk because it took me forever. I'm trying to like adjust the camera, like to make sure I'm in position. I'm sitting on the chair in this seat. It's got some ugly pillows. I don't know. Like, I was like, let me just talk. Let me just talk. And I got so many messages of people who loved the solo episode. So I was like, all right, like I'm going to add that in once a month. So now, once a month, we do solo episodes. And this one was really just about like tips on recruiting. That was big, like really giving parents information about the recruitment process. And like I said, it was the first solo episode. I enjoyed it. Let's see what I was talking about.
At this point, there's way too many circuit teams. And I know in Texas, Lord have mercy, I know we got at least 10. So there's so many circuit level teams that you can find a fit for you, right? If you're good enough to play on the circuit. But be careful trying to go to these circuit level teams and it's not the right fit. Some of y'all are worried. I've already gotten these calls on. We played 2 tournaments. We didn't ask the right questions. Is it a bad look if we go to another team? One, I wish parents would ask the right questions and would ask questions in general. But there's nothing wrong with finding the right fit. I don't advise parents to stay with a team just because that's the team they said they was going to do. If your athlete is not playing, if they're unhappy, if it's truly just not the right fit, you don't have time to waste or money. Find the right fit. And this time, ask the right questions.
First of all, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for tuning into this episode, but I need you to do me a big favor. I need you to hit the subscribe button. I want this podcast to go out to everybody that has an athlete playing sports, okay? Hit that subscribe button, go ahead and tap that like button, and let's get back to the episode.
All right? Exposure doesn't equal opportunity. Right team and right coach matters. Schedule matters. Who you're playing against matters. The questions that you ask matters, and that will determine if you're on the right team with the right coach. Number 3, y'all, these college coaches are watching you as well. You mean the parent. I know y'all hear this a lot. You hear college coaches are watching you, but they really are. I can't tell you how many college coaches I talked to at Final Four that was like, yeah, we like this kid, but we don't want to deal with the parents. Y'all, if you don't know, these coaches' jobs are on the line. I'm sure y'all have seen coach after coach getting let go and this, or whatever the case may be. They got to make sure they're getting the right kid. And as I said, I hope y'all didn't just hear my stomach just growl so loud. That was loud. Anyways, they got to get the right kids. And if they're going to get a high school kid over going into the portal, they got to make sure they're getting the right one. Again, I go back to Love's episode because that was the most recent one. She talked about even kids in the portal. If they hear, oh, this kid got locker room issues or this kid parent is a headache and this, they not doing it. Now y'all say, well, what about so and so? What about so and so? At the end of the day, it depends on the kid. That's just the truth. Sports is not equal opportunity. It depends on the kid. You the number one kid, you the number two kid in the country. Yeah, you can probably get away with some stuff that other people won't get away with. At certain schools, some schools just don't care. So it depends on the kid. But don't give these college coaches a reason to mark your athlete off, to move on, to not be interested. They're watching you. They watching what you're doing in the stands. They're watching what you're saying to the coach. During live period, when they sitting there, they can spot out who the parent is to the player. Every time. They're listening to what you're saying. They asking the coaches, how are the parents?
Now, I really, really enjoyed this episode. He might have been the first. No, he wasn't. Definitely wasn't the first trainer. I'm tripping. But this episode, these last few that I'm doing are like some of the highest view episodes. Stoke did an amazing job. Real, honest, great feedback. We talked about the cones. It's always a conversation with the cones, working out with cones, rushing a process, like the difference between a trainer and a developer. This episode was really, really good. Let's take a listen.
You could throw cones out and say, go between cross.
Yeah.
Between with a reverse layup. You know, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good for the cameras. It's gonna look good for the parents that's watching.
Yeah.
But can you do this and is it effective against a body?
Yeah.
And our training, we don't really use a lot of cones,
Okay.
especially with my older kids. It's body. We gotta have body. That's why I try to stay into the best shape that I can because I'm one of those trainers. I'm not finna tell my kids to go out there and do something, or I'm not finna have them going through drills and I can't guard them.
Yeah.
I
So
gotta-
you getting out there with them.
I got to. Yeah, it's
Ooh, I
it's
feel it.
drenched in sweat. It's like shout out to all the trainers that know how to film
Yeah.
and train. I can't do that. Like I'm too involved. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I want to get bold a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to get hit upside my head a little bit, or I'm throwing back. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that they're gonna see in the game.
Yeah.
Because it gotta look real.
Yeah.
If it don't translate training to game, it's not gonna work.
Yep.
It's not gonna work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, do you be having 15 people in your group session, 20 people in your group session? And if so, how do you manage? Because that's the only thing that's the only bone I got to pick with group training.
Right.
I feel like sometimes it's one trainer
Mhm.
and it's 20 kids.
Right.
And it's like, and maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't know how a trainer can focus on all 20 kids.
You can't, because you're gonna have kids and we're talking about this generation now.
Mm-hmm.
These kids lose attention span so quick. They'll be looking up the stands and looking at mom and them and so my training, if it's just me, I'm having no more than about 4 to 6.
Okay.
4 to 6, maybe 8, depending on the age group. But the way I do it, I have 4 in the group. If I have 8, 4 and 4, depending on age and skill level.
Mm-hmm.
4 is doing something, going to the basket, while I'm gonna have this other 4 that I can keep an eye on. They're doing stationary ball handling.
Got you.
They're doing strength and conditioning. Hey, you got squat jumps. You got 25 squat jumps. You got 25 push-ups. You got 25 jumping jacks. Over and over until I say stop or until I say switch.
Mm-hmm.
While this other group, we're going to the basket with one move. And oh, by the way, yeah, you getting beat up by me. So I'm able, because I've been doing it for so long, I'm able to keep watch on both groups going at the same time. So that's kind of how I'm kind of model my training. And then if it's me and another trainer, then of course they're doing the same thing on the other side. So we can have 12 to 16 kids.
Right. But 2 trainers.
It got to be 2. Yeah. It got to be 2. Or if not, I tell a parent. And that's why I'm big on my parents. And they're really good on. You better book this monthly session because these spots are going to fill up. I'm not going over 8. I can't go over 8. We're going to find another day. Because I don't want to cheat the kids that's there constantly and consistent on wanting to get better because I'm all about quality reps. I'm quality over and over quantity any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is the biggest mistake parents make when it comes to their child's development?
Rushing the process. Rushing the process. I'm looking at Ashley. She's been training with Coach Stoke, or she's been training with Full Throttle the same amount of time as my kid, and Ashley is developing at a rapid speed because she's picking it up. My kid is still behind. Ashley is on varsity.
And our very, very last spotlight, the 15th episode, taking y'all down memory lane of It's Just Different podcast. As a parent and daughter duo. Like this was probably the first one, maybe. Yeah, I think this was the first one. I don't really do a lot of like parent kid ones because I kind of use that for different, like I do those like YouTube lives. But I think I'm actually gonna add more parent daughter duos to the episodes. Let me know if y'all want more parent daughter duos. But this one was with Mackenzie and her mom. Mackenzie's at Lancaster High School. She's a senior. Came off a great season last year, had a great AAU season and starting her senior year. This episode was good. Like, I love the mother-daughter. I love Mackenzie's confidence. That's what she talked about a lot. Confidence in herself, confidence that her coach has given her. It was pretty good. Let's check it out.
Your time gonna come.
That's so
But
dope.
I just have to show. I gotta prove it. Like,
Yeah.
show myself. I'm like, she was like, you just gotta show people like why you need to get offers. I was like, okay. So I've been doing it since Lancaster.
Mhm.
Had college coaches reach out to me, and she was just like, "What you did at Lancaster? Taking the AAU ball."
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta do.
Is there anything, as you are in your last season, is there anything you would have done differently throughout your AAU journey?
Yes, I should have listened to my mom more
Mm-hmm.
and be more coachable because every time she told me something, I had an excuse for it, and
Yeah.
it was bad to a point where she was like she was done.
Yeah.
But then she didn't give up on me. So
Right.
and I wish I would have worked harder too
Mhm.
because I was lazy.
Yeah.
I always thought it
I
was
was
just
lazy.
yeah. I just always thought it was about offense, but it's more to the game. You gotta play defense. You gotta go get a rebound. You gotta make sure your whole team is involved. I was just an offensive player. I didn't care about no defense, but like Coach Howard, yep.
Yeah.
she's the defense coach. So she was like, you don't play defense. You're not gonna play for me. Got a taste of that my first year. I didn't start. She
Mhm.
had people starting over me. She was like, you play defense, you gonna start. And I started doing that, and I started.
So it's like, so you need to play some defense.
Yeah, I'm doing better now.
And you can defend.
I can. I just don't like defense. Because I
She
know
don't like to be tired. That's
Yeah.
the problem. She doesn't want to go past that. I'm like, you're gonna have to get past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wanna play no defense.
I
play some
But,
defense.
but her hands are like some magnets. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, just when you get your hands out, you're always deflecting balls.
Yeah.
Always. So, but yeah,
I'm
she's
doing
stopping
better. I
herself.
promise you, I'm doing better now. I'm playing defense.
What do you feel like is the biggest challenge you've had to overcome?
Maturing and taking accountability. Mama, like accountability. I hate taking I'm terrible at that. Like I hate saying sorry for like when I'm wrong. And then
So you like to always be right.
yes,
Mhm.
we're the same. She
No,
is
ma'am,
too.
you
We just
will
say I get it from the
not.
best.
You will
So
not.
she get it from you.
No, she don't
Yes.
nope, not at all.
It's okay.
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Okay, yes, I hate admitting when I'm wrong. I really do. And then maturing, I had to mature a lot. I used to be so childish. I always thought everything was a game, and not everything's a game. Cause she taught me that.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything's not a game. You gotta be serious sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm playful, so yeah, I'm gonna think things a game, but no, I had to mature for that.
What advice would you give to a young athlete
Mhm.
that wants to play in college?
Make sure you got your things together before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real, make sure you're ready for them coaches to cuss you out.
That is a
Because-
word.
yes. Oh,
That
Okay,
is
I'm
a
sorry. Ready for
word.
them coaches to be on your head for real. Because if you can't take it, it's no point in you going to college. And then also you gotta grind. You gotta be a dog when you go out there. Like the same way you play AAU schoolboy, you gotta play the same way, but you gotta do 10 times harder than that.
Yeah.
They gonna expect you. They gonna expect you to be the weakest link, but you gotta show them I'm not. Like
Yeah.
I'm finna go out there, I'm finna kill all these people that's on the court in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no friends, like nobody. I don't care who the people are. I'm finna get on your head. I'm finna
Yeah.
kill you, like for real.
I'm finna get on your head.
Yes.
Brittany, what is something you wish you would have known earlier on that you know now?
Just enjoy the process instead
Yeah.
of, I'm a mom coach. So being so hard on her after games and things like that, that's the reason why I had to stop coaching her.
Really?
Because we'll get in the car after the game and I'm fussing at her.
Yeah.
And so taking that home and things like that was not healthy for us. So I took a step back, but just enjoying the process.
All right, y'all. 15 episodes going down memory lane. These 15 episodes just showed the journey from virtual to panels to high school tour to college tour to filming in gyms to in person, just showing y'all the journey of the podcast. Man, 100 episodes and many, many more to go. Thank y'all so much for rocking with the podcast. I appreciate everything that y'all do for the podcast, whether that's liking it, whether that's sharing, whether that's commenting, whether that's telling somebody about the podcast. All the parents that have come up to me, the kids that have come up to me telling me how the podcast has helped them. College coaches have told me how the podcast has gotten them kids. It has been a journey, and I'm so excited to continue to go on this journey with y'all. Continue to bring you new content. I always got some things. Y'all, as y'all can see, like I come up with these ideas and I do it. I'm gonna continue to come up with ideas to bring y'all information to help make this journey easier. If y'all got some ideas, like I said, like put them in the comments. Put them in the comments. Let's share this video out. Like I want to get this video to 1,000 views today. Like today, we need 1,000 views. Today, we need 2,500 subscribers. And I need y'all help. Share this out. Comment, like, subscribe. Again, y'all don't understand how much I appreciate y'all, how much I appreciate anybody that has helped with the podcast, how much I appreciate my family, the support. Like, y'all really rock with the podcast. Y'all keep me going. Y'all keep me motivated. Y'all keep me inspired. Y'all keep me coming up with ideas, staying fresh on content. I enjoy seeing everybody in the gym. I hope y'all continue to rock with the It's Just Different podcast. Leave a comment, leave some takeaways. And later on, I will be announcing the winner of the merch giveaway. So make sure y'all follow the podcast. Make sure y'all follow me _ this is Ashley R. We will be going live tonight announcing the winner of the merch giveaway. That's all I got for y'all. 100 episodes, many more to go. It's Just Different Pod is out.